Hello and welcome to Mickey Art. My name is Michelle Edhouse, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this two-part origami box, which you can use for whatever you really want to use, but I've used it for one of my acrylic pour pendants, and I've had to hunt high and low to find how to make a rectangular box for these rectangular pendants. I found plenty of origami square boxes, and I may, if you want me to, I can do a video on that, but there's heaps of them out there. But finding one for rectangular pendants, I struggled. So I thought I would share what I learned on other people's videos here for you guys, because I know that a lot of you do create these pendants, and presenting them nicely is always a cool option. Probably should have done this well before Christmas morning. It's Christmas morning right now, and I'm making this box for my mother's Christmas gift, and so you're not going to see this till well after Christmas, but I apologize for that, and let's get started on making it. So here we are, we have two identical squares, and obviously the size of your square is going to determine the size of your rectangle, and I don't have a calculation for you, so play with it, experiment, try it. This one happens to be the width of my paper, and cut in half and then made into squares. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to find our center point, and to do that, easiest way to do that, of course, is to fold diagonally. Now we're not going to need these marks for anything else, so you don't need to crease all the way, just to find that center point. And what I do is I tend to put just a tiny little cross there, just to give me an awareness. And because I want my top box to look as pretty as possible, and that's actually going to be the center of the box, what I do then is I get my second piece of paper and I get a pin and put a hole through the first one and just mark that second one. So then I've got a nice little hole there, but that's all I've got. I don't have big deep creases, and I can cover that with a love heart sticky or something like that. So this is going to be my big one, so I'm going to do this one first and show you. And I can put the little cross in the middle so you can see that pin mark, if my pen will work. There we go. So what's the process of making this? I'm going to take you through making the big one and then how to make it a little bit smaller. So the first step is to fold two sides in to that center point, two corners into that center point. And there. And just make sure that those points look, you know, they're not sort of slightly off. That's just to get a super duper duper looking one. Then we're going to open those flaps back out and fold our point in to meet that corner, meet that line, and just check that it looks sort of like it's nice and straight, and really fold that one. That one's definitely a keeper fold, and do the same on the other side. You could use a bone creaser if you want, but I use my nails. And then I'm going to fold that crease on both sides into that center, and I do on both sides so that I can line them up and get them nice and straight like that. Okay, and then crease those out. And while you've got it like this, then fold in the other corner, and we're only going to fold it so that it fills in that gap there. So just bring it in so that that creates a nice tight point, and crease, a nice tight point, and crease. So now we have a rectangle. We're going to fold those two last ones back out again, and we're going to fold the long edge into the middle. Okay, and again on this side we're going to fold that in to the middle. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to, we did need to put these flaps back in and fold up to where that point is there. And just so that you make sure they're straight, line up this line with this line, this line with this line, and crease that. There we have it, nice and creased, and open that back out again. And if we turn it over, you can see this is going to be the finished size of the box, and these are going to be the walls. And what we're going to need to do is fold along where the split is to here. So the way I do that is I bring those two folds there together like that, and then just pinch it. And I'm going to go around and do that on each of those. Bring the lines together and pinch, however you want to do that. Alright, so now we have inward facing creases. These are outwards, that one's an inward. And we're going to open those two flaps back out. We're going to fold up one side and allow that crease that we just made to bend. Fold up the other side and allow the crease to bend. And look at that. It comes together, you fold the flap down, and there's one end of your box. How's it get any better than that? And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just push those little inward creases in, fold the box over, and there you have one half of your box. Or, well, you may want to just leave it like that. That may be all you require with regards to what you're creating. Now, this one is the top. There's my little pinhole. But you can see it's perfectly smooth. It's not got crease marks in the lid. That's my target for my lid. So this one needs to be a little bit smaller. How do we do that? We do it the cheats way. This is how I do it. I just go down and trim a couple of millimeters off each side, remembering how many you've done. So it's one side, and always turn it the same way. 2 sides, three sides, and 4 sides. And just because I'm OCD, I'm just going to finish tidying that bit up. Now, some of you are saying, well, why didn't you just cut a bigger piece off 2 sides and that would have done the same thing? Yes, but I already have a crease in the middle. So if I did that, then my middle wouldn't be my middle anymore. So once again, we're just going to go through and do the same process. Fold to the middle, open out, and fold the flap down. Fold to the middle, open out, and fold the flap down. And then fold both into the middle. Now when you have the creases there, like we have on this, you can actually just line your crease up with your crease at the center point, and you don't need to do them at the same time. And they should just line back up again. And then I'm gonna take you through a different pathway. I'm going to do this, all of this side in one go. Oops, that wasn't very tidy, Michelle. Then open it back out to that point and fold these flaps down. Okay, and then fold down to that point. So you'll notice I'm actually doing, the order in which I'm doing this is different to between the two boxes. And as long as you get all the creases in there, it really doesn't matter which order you do it in. So now we're back to having our rectangle, and it's time to put our corner creases in. So I just bring those two together there and pinch. Bring those two together and pinch, just pushing that triangle against the wall to pinch it there. Corners together and pinch, and corners together and pinch. Then open out our two little triangles, bring the walls up, and it basically makes itself from here. How cool is that? Now this is for a rectangle. Obviously for a square we do it slightly different, and I will do another video for you on how to do that. So there we have our two boxes, and technically one should fit inside the other, but they're going to be a bit tight. Maybe I should have cut a bit more paper off. Yep, I should have cut a bit more off. So maybe go for 4 or 5 mils off each side. But it does fit inside. It's nice and snug. It's not going to fall out. And this will do very nicely for my mother's pendant for Christmas. And how do I do those? I get a bit of cotton pillow stuffing and just lay that on, and then put the pendant on top and close the box. How does it get any easier than that? A pretty little jewellery box for a long rectangular pendant. So thanks for joining me here at Mickey Art. I know this isn't my normal acrylic pouring stuff, but it is how you can present your acrylic poured pendants. And how does it get any better than that?